The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill taken in by the tight end Doyle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Carr completes it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
93. 56. Mike's 56. Come on, come on. Hey, Charlie. 56. Mike, 56.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
47's the mic. You can't block me.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Hey, Haywood. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Even. 4 down, even. Check. Let him two.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
That's going to be caught. A gain there of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Shotgun now for Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made... Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Carr now to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on first down, Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On first down, Tannehill. And he finds Howard complete. Past the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, but now it's third down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jack Doyle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr will try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Bravo! 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. They're not ready for this, man. Express. They still playing soccer.
From the gun, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna... Hey, exit. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Record.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win calls.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down. On what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Here's Tannehill. He's got Jack Doyle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Go now. 70, Indy. 55. Ready?
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. He completes it to Treadwell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, but it'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, I'm going to tell my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
You're mine. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, Carr. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Again, it's Howard. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
With it is Brown. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Howard fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go with Howard again. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lutz's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Throwing now, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards there and a first down. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So this one, a victory here.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.